Hello everyone, I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings. We are doing the Sagittarius Weekly Tarotscope. Keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check for moon, rising, or Venus placements because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all that information in the description box. Alright, Sagittarius. What is the strongest message that is wanting to come through for you? All right, the thinking woman is your overall energy for the week, and that's just about, it's kind of like a need to, it's like a need to, I feel like you need to like go back over, your notes, or like you're replaying a conversation with that you've had with somebody, like you're replaying this conversation in your head, or you're going back through old communication from somebody. There's definitely something that's not what it seems to be, and I think that that's what you're kind of feeling right now, and that's why you are kind of going back like it's like you're replaying something in your head, or you're like going back to the drawing board, going back and looking at like a past relationship again. Like it's like you're going back because something is not what you thought it was. This is either a connection that you're in now, or a connection that you were in, like a recent connection that you've had, like a one that you've maybe ended recently. Yeah, there's something out of balance, either in a connection that you're in now. And with the yin yang energy, it does seem to be that it's a romantic connection. But whatever this deceit is, it's ego based. Let me get a little bit more. I kind of feel like it's that you closed a chapter, you closed or closed yourself off from a connection or an opportunity because you did not trust it. But I feel like it was like if it was a person, I feel like it was like it that like look, the deceit in the child card, like that's complete innocence. Like something that you thought was bad was actually something very pure, but because you weren't ready for it, um, you didn't trust it. You closed a chapter on something really quickly that had a lot more depth to it. Um, it's almost like maybe a connection that somebody you connected with in the past, there was like really deep feelings in this connection, or there was a really, a very strong, like a very innocent connection, a very soulmate kind of connection. But it triggered either you or this person's ego. It triggered fears, and you had to maybe release these fears and learn to kind of stand in your power. I also feel too that you might have had this desire for something in this dream, for something that you kind of walked away from because you didn't think that it was something that was available to you. It's a very strong message, though, to when you're not trusting a situation, it's important to, or when you're unsure about a situation, it's important to ask yourself if you're seeing this through the eyes of ego or if you're seeing it through that soul energy. And ego in the sense of, the negative sense of ego, because there is healthy ego, but the negative form of ego in the sense, are you seeing this through, is this something, because are you seeing it negative because it's something um that scares you? Is it fear? Is it that you don't feel confident enough? You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. This could also be a message that somebody that you are connected to is really feeling a lot of depth in this connection and really wanting to come together in this connection, but there's something that they're very fearful of. They've kind of tried to shut off their emotions, or feeling all these emotions kind of make them really nervous. And so they might be presenting this energy of somebody who's very closed off. Um, but under the surface, this person really feels a very deep connection. So it's important for you moving forward this week. I keep wanting to say, go back to the drawing board. Go back and if like you've had conversations with somebody recently, and it's like, go back and look over past conversations, or go back to the drawing board, go back to the beginning of this relationship, or whatever the situation that is like strongly on your mind right now. Like, go back and look at the story again. And I feel like the more you kind of replay this or look over it, you're going to see something different. You're going to see that there's more purity to this, or more innocence to this, or this is something that is available to you, if that makes sense. All right. If you do chakra work, I would recommend working on your solar plexus this week. You can do meditations for that, but you can also, like, solar plexus is that fire energy. So, like, lighting incense, lighting candles, even looking at flames or fire is something that helps. Don't go catching stuff on fire. Getting out in the sun also helps. All right, what is your energy coming into the week? Yeah, this was this was the same first card for Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. If you have Taurus in your chart or you're connected to a Taurus, you might want to look at that reading also. I'm pretty sure it was the Taurus reading. The strength card is that solar plexus chakra energy. That's kind of standing in your power, but not in an egotistical way, in a very compassionate way. And you have the Ace of Swords. I kind of feel like you're holding yourself back a little bit, or you're holding back maybe communicating, you're holding back not like guarding yourself, but like you're trying to gain clarity on a situation, and you're looking at this in a very compassionate way. But I do feel that you're kind of determined to have some sort of clarity, or you're determined to like stand in your truth. If you're in a relationship with another person, I do feel that you've kind of maybe disconnected yourself a little bit emotionally, or even like passionately from this person. Like, you could be in a connection with another person and you're worried that it's just a sexual connection for this person, so you might be holding back to see if this person will pursue more of an emotional relationship. But I feel overall you're in this place where you're standing in your power. You know what you want, you know what you feel you deserve, and I think that you're kind of holding back a little bit until you get that. But I don't feel like you're holding back in a negative sense. I don't feel like you're being egotistical or cutting people off or anything like that. Oh god, you got the Ten of Swords here twice. Okay. For a lot of you, I feel like either you've been in a connection for a long time and it maybe has been moving forward pretty slow, or you've really been working to, get things in balance to move this relationship forward. And I think you're wanting more stability in this connection. You're wanting more commitment in this relationship. And I feel like the person that you're connected to, I kind of feel like they're dealing with like a shit ton. Like, I feel like this person has just had everything fall apart around them because I don't feel like this is your energy. Um, I feel like this is somebody who has just completely is like somebody either going through this massive like awakening, you know, when you go through like a spiritual awakening, it's like this dark night of the soul, and like suddenly like everything, like your whole perception changes, you know what I mean? It's like um sometimes people, you know, the universe kind of comes in and puts in that tower moment and makes everything kind of fall apart around this person, because usually what is built up around is it's built on false perceptions or false beliefs, and so the universe kind of tears that all down so that person can see things clearly, can see things from a more authentic viewpoint, from their own authenticity. But when it first happens, it's insanely difficult. And I don't feel like this is you, although this could very well be your energy, that you have just recently gone through something like this. And I feel like you might be trying to just push through it and act like everything's okay. But honestly, for most of you, I feel like this is the person that you're dealing with. And I do feel that there is, in this connection, there is kind of this hesitancy in pushing forward in this connection, or um, communicating this desire to have more in this connection, or there's something that maybe you're holding off communicating from this person because you're worried that this person will just end everything altogether. But I feel like this person is in the same energy as you, because if you look, it's like the communication, it's like there's very defensive kind of communication. Both of you are kind of hesitating moving forward. Both of you are kind of waiting for some sort of communication from the other person, but there's definitely somebody in this connection that is dealing with a lot more than what you realize. And again, I feel like it's almost like if you go back over the conversations, you'll see something different, or maybe there was even like a miscommunication between you and this person. Let me keep going. But it's like you're both kind of on guard, like waiting for the other person to say something or do something. Okay, this makes sense. All right. So your overall energy is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is about being in the space where you've been working very hard towards something. The Knight of Pentacles is very slow. And so in regards to a relationship, this has been a very slow moving relationship. You might feel like this person is not taking any action. You have the Eight of Swords underneath that. It's like you feel like there's very little that you can do to move this connection forward. You're trying everything that you can, but you either feel like this person is just refusing to move, or you feel like they're not accepting what you're having to offer, but you definitely feel very stuck. Underneath that, you do have the Death card, so there is some really powerful transformation going on, but it also means that there is something that needs to be released in order to open up, to either open up this connection to move forward or to end this connection altogether. Although I don't feel that this is a connection that is going to end, but I do feel that things kind of need to be shaken up in this relationship a little bit more. It kind of seems like you both have been through this type of energy in the past. There's two of these cards in the deck, and I think that's so funny. You both have been in this space in the past where you both have been so let down in relationships or by the other person. It's like you feel like you're just barely hanging on, right? And when you're in that energy, it's really hard to feel hopeful. It's really hard to kind of open yourself up to even the idea that something better is available to you. And I feel like that this is a good connection. That this is something that's worth it. And you feel worthy to receive that type of relationship. But in the same sense, your hopes are the Four of Swords and the Knight of Cups. So you're not letting yourself get your hopes up. You want that romantic offer, you want that romance, but with the Four of Swords, it's almost like you feel like it's going to be this consistent place of no communication, or this consistent place of you're going to have to consistently be healing something. So you're not letting yourself get your hopes up. Your fears are the Justice card, the Six of Wands, and the Star card. This is your fears. And so it's almost like you feel like this is too good to be true, or you feel like you're going to have to, this came up in somebody else's reading too. It's like that fear of success. And the fear of success comes from when you have, been so defeated in relationships in the past, or when you have achieved something that you felt like was taken away from you. It's almost like there's that feeling that if you get something good, it doesn't last for very long, right? And so you don't even want to get too excited about it, because you feel like if you do manifest it and it gets taken away, that's going to be horrible and that's going to be painful. And so what's going on with you and this person is you both hold this very strong love for each other. You both feel this connection very deeply, but you're both comfortable in the delay in this connection, because there's still that nurturing there. Because as long as it's a little bit out of reach, as long as it's there, but it's almost like you both have gotten so comfortable. I feel like more this person than you, by the way. You both have gotten so comfortable in that halfway mark, because as long as it stays in that halfway mark, there's no risk of losing this. There's no risk of making the wrong move. There's no risk of doing anything wrong. So you're both kind of in this space where you don't want to push things too much. You don't want to say too much. You don't want to try to rush it forward too fast. I think that this week you're probably getting a lot more frustrated with it. You're probably looking at this person feeling like there must be something that they're not telling you. And so your guidance is, it's like you're not happy with the way that this connection is right now, right? The Two of Swords and the Four of Cups. Neither of you are happy where this connection is right now. but both of you are not sure what to do moving forward. So with the Three of Wands and the Ace of Wands, that is kind of a message to focus on what you're wanting to manifest for the long term, not just temporary. If this is somebody that you haven't had a lot of communication with lately, or somebody that you've been disconnected from, don't just say, I want to manifest this person reaching out to me. Yes, that's what you want, and that's not a bad thing to want, but this is about focusing on what you want from this relationship in the long term, because both of you have gotten so comfortable in this space that you're both saying, okay, if I could just have a phone call from this person, or if they just expressed feelings, or if they just did this, I would feel comfortable. And so it's like you're setting the bar like here, when you could be setting the bar way up here. You want something bigger in this connection. And so if you keep saying, well, I'll settle for this, I'll settle for this right now, it's like going to keep you in that same energy. So it's going to be hard. So the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Magician, this is about kind of when you feel like you're getting to that space where you feel like you're being blocked by this person, or you feel like you're coming up with a lot of obstacles. Don't let that make you feel defeated or make you shut down. This is the point where you need to kind of push through, push forward towards what you want, even at the risk of there being a lot of pain, because I don't feel that it's going to be what you think it is. I feel like because this is success. The world is success. So it might be like an argument comes about between you and this person. A lot of stuff gets brought up, and it might be a little bit painful, but that is the kind of stuff that is needing to come to the surface right now for both of you to kind of release this energy and move this connection forward. And it's also like, if you feel that this person has kind of kept you at a standstill for a long time, it's almost like, be willing to say, listen, I want this and this and this and this and this, or express your feelings, or whatever that is, at the risk of pushing this person away. I don't feel you're going to push this person away, but it's like the Band-Aid needs to be ripped off. Tell me a little bit more what you need to know about this connection this week. Now, if you're not sure how to approach this, that's where this Ace of Wands and Three of Wands comes in. You focus on what you want to manifest for in the long term in this connection, or even outside of this connection, just period. And you wait for that moment of divine inspiration. When you focus on what you want to manifest, and you just let go of all these and everything that you've seen in this relationship thus far. If you say, you know what, I'm going to see this as a new beginning in this relationship. I want to manifest this and this and this from this relationship, and then allow the universe to inspire you, like take inspired action. So if you say, I want a commitment in this relationship, you set that intention, and then 2 days later, you get this sudden urge to send this person a song about let's get married. You know what I mean? And I know that's cheesy, but you know what I'm saying. Wait to be inspired. Take inspired action. I also feel like it's important to note though, when you start to kind of feel that push to this person, or this push to do something, be willing to kind of take that risk, I guess. Tell me more. What can you expect from this connection this week? The Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a lot of potential to have something solid in this connection. I kind of feel like there's some sort of physical offer in this connection this week. Or this person is offering you something, but you don't trust it. Or you're offering them something and they don't trust it. Give me one more. Yeah, okay. Definitely a strong message if you feel that this connection has become strictly a physical connection and that's not something you want. I do feel that it's important for you to be willing to kind of cut that off. Speak your mind on that. Speak your mind on what you want. Um, I do feel that there's something more going on with this person. Yeah, I do feel that there's a lot more going on with this person than you realize. It could even be that they present you with something, some kind of offer in the relationship, but it's like it's not what you want from this person. You want something different. Or you feel like they're not addressing, you feel like they're not acknowledging you or they're not addressing your feelings. And it's like you can stay on this same path with this person. Um, and yes, eventually things will get better. Or you can kind of step out of your comfort zone and it'll push it forward quicker, because I do feel like you're starting to hold on to a lot of resentment in this relationship. All right, let's get some final messages for you. Yeah. All right. So this is that energy of somebody, both of you are so fearful of doing the wrong thing, of making the wrong move. I feel like this person is really worried that you're going to see something in them that you don't like. And so you're both like in this very innocent phase right now. Again, it's really important that you pay attention to the details, pay attention to what has been said. Even if this person seems to be innocently saying certain things to you, or like, it's really important that you pay attention to it, because that's what's going to bring about that healing. That's what's going to give you that insight that you need, and that's what's going to get things moving forward very fast. Right now it's in this very slow pace, and to some degree the slow pace has been beneficial because it has brought a lot of healing, but now it's in that space where it needs to move forward. But I think that this person just feels like very stripped down to nothing. And they're just unsure how to move forward. Or they're just feeling like you're not going to accept them. So this person is fearful of making the wrong move. And you are as well, in that sense that you're mirroring each other. So the more you let go of that fear of making the wrong move with this person, or that fear of pushing this person away, um, the more that person releases that fear as well, because you're mirroring each other. And so every time you let go of something negative, they're forced to let go of that same negative energy as well. So the more you get over that fear, of pushing them away, the more that they will as well. And this connection will start moving forward very fast. All right. Love you guys. Bye bye.